In the last video, we looked at holding the Bagua fish and carrying the Bagua fish. From here, we get into the movement called single whip. So from here, rise, drop the foot, sink, step out heel first, rise, push with the shoulder, then sink and turn, extending your hand and turning your foot. So final position, left leg's bent, right leg straight. Arms are extended. This arm is not going to be in here. People have a tendency to kind of bring their arm in. They forget about that. It needs to be open. So let's look at this piece by piece. So from the push, I sink, turn, hold the Bagua fish. Rise, sink and turn, sink some more. Remember, we sink before we rise. Then rise. So rise, drop the left foot. You want to coordinate your foot coming up with your arms going up. All one movement, everything happening together. Okay? Remember, our last position, we're here, fingers pointing towards the wrist, and they stay pointing towards the wrist. Rise. This hand is about head height. This arm is out, but it's relaxed. We don't want to have tension in it. Fingers pointing towards the wrist. So from holding the Bagua fish, rise, sink and turn, rise, drop the foot. Next part, sink. So when I was sinking, this arm, the right arm, stays out with my wrist bent, fingers touching. The left hand came down in front of my body. The tiger's mouth is open. Okay, it's right in front of my body, so sink. And my weight is now on my right leg because we're going to step. So again, from here, rise, sink, drop the foot, sink. Then you want to center yourself and you want to step out heel first. Okay, so all my weight's here. When we're learning Tai Chi, we don't have good balance initially, and when we step, we kind of make a heavy step. You want to be 100% centered on this leg, so sink. All my weight's there, and I can step out and put my foot down softly, quietly. And then I can transfer my weight. When we step also, we don't want to step straight in front of our other leg. The idea with this movement is that you're stepping behind somebody. Remember, Tai Chi was originally a martial art. We don't emphasize that now, but we still use the principles of it. So we sink, and I have an opponent here, imaginary person, and I step behind them. Okay, so from here, sink, step behind my imaginary person. Then from here, I'm going to rise and push with my shoulder. So push with the shoulder. From here, I sink, step out, push with my shoulder. Okay, this hand didn't move, this arm didn't move. Then the next part, from here, sink, step out, push, then sink and turn, turning my waist and turning my right foot. See my right foot turning as I turn my waist? Sink, step out, push, and extending my left hand so the palm faces there, and we look just kind of through the top of our fingers there. Palms, tiger's mouth is open, fingers are slightly spread apart. This direction of the foot's going to be straight. This is at 45 degrees. It's for final position. Okay, so another view from holding the Bagua fish. Rise, sink and turn. Drop the foot, sink, step out, shoulder push, sink and turn, single whip. Okay, remember, right arm is going to be straight but relaxed. It's not going to be up here in funny positions. So try to be aware of that. Left arm is going to be slightly bent. And our knee is not bent way over our toe. You should just maybe cover the tip of your toe with your knee. We don't want to overextend on that. So again, sink, step out. Okay, one final view from a different position. So from holding the Bagua Fish, I rise, sink and turn, drop my foot, sink, step behind, push with the shoulder, and sink and turn. Single whip. So make sure you practice that. Go over it 100 times if you can. Maybe not all in one day, but practice it and get your balance so that you can take that step and make it nice and light and smooth.